Here we have the first 8 of 15 ITIL-4 practices that are covered at the foundation level. Note that all of the things you see here have been repositioned in ITIL-4 as practices versus processes and functions as they were in ITIL v3. The only thing new here is the inclusion of IT asset management. Let's have a look at each of these. First, we have information security management as a practice. Confidentiality is protecting your information assets from bad actors. Integrity is about protecting your information assets from being damaged from, for example, a hacker randomizing the first and last names on your customer list. Availability is about ensuring that there is no denial of access to information assets for people who should have access. This practice is roughly the same as the information security management process in ITIL v3. ITIL-4 practice number 2 relationship management extends the related ITIL v3 process of business relationship management to include relationships with all stakeholders, including service consumers, that is, customers who pay the bills for services, users who use services, and sponsors who authorize budgets for services, and also the provider itself and its employees, the community and society at large, charitable organizations, and shareholders. ITIL-4 practice number 3 is supplier management. It's roughly analogous to the ITIL v3 supplier management process. ITIL for practice number 4, IT asset management is new to ITIL. An IT asset is any valuable component that can contribute to the delivery of an IT product or service. IT asset management is a well-established discipline in the IT industry and is related to, but distinct from the service configuration management practice, which ensures that accurate and reliable information about the configuration of services and the configuration items that support them is available when and where needed. The next ITIL-4 practice is monitoring and event management, which is roughly analogous to the ITIL v3 event management process. The next ITIL-4 practice is release management, which is roughly analogous to the release portion of the ITIL v3 release and deployment management process. This is where we have a collection of related changes, a release that we're making at the zoom level of a release rather than individual changes. So we can, for example, pilot at the level of a release and not just individual changes, roll back changes as a set packaged as a release and deploy, for example, to a particular region at the zoom level of a release. The next practice in ITIL-4 is service configuration management, which is roughly analogous to the ITIL v3 service asset and configuration management process. The next ITIL-4 practice is deployment management, which is roughly analogous to the deployment portion of the ITIL v3 release and deployment management process. This breakout of deployment from release honors the DevOps practices of continuous deployment, continuous integration, and continuous testing. Really continuous everything to move value faster and in smaller chunks, not just full releases, but individual features and feature sets to consumers.